Hello and welcome to another update video about Aptos APT. It's putting a pretty nice, let's call it bull flag in here. Yeah, so it currently doesn't look to me as if this move to the upside was finished. I showed you two possible counts in the previous video. One was here the white wave count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, note that we reached our support / entry, long entry area at around 1190. Anybody who entered here, congratulations. Certainly you can move up your stop loss into profit or at least realize some partial profits. That's of course up to you. According to this count, we should get quite soon into this wave 2 support area. The wave 5 has done more what it normally should do. We see what we normally would see in a wave 5, which is a bearish divergence. We can see that on the 1 hour chart, and we can see that actually also on the 4 hour chart. However, it's still technically in an uptrend. It's on the RSI, you can see that so nicely. On the RSI, it's above 50. It's sort of moving between the overbought range and 50. That is normally quite a bullish signal, means it's still in an active uptrend. And the trend hasn't shifted yet, what we can very clearly see. Yeah, actually momentum is still pretty high. So it can still push higher. The question is then, is this all going to happen within this white wave count? Or do we have to move over to the yellow count? So very simple answer. So the yellow count, the white count would suggest we first see a deeper pullback before we can push higher. And the yellow count is more bullish throughout. Yeah, so the yellow count would operate on the basis that there will not be any strong retracements until we have completed this entire structure to the upside. It's a bit too early to really give an upside target for it yet. You know, you can make stuff up, but it wouldn't be very helpful. So the reason is that this one is more bullish because we can count all of this as 1 2 1 2 1 2 setup, which means all of these waves need their wave 3, 4 and 5, and that just leads to that cascade to the upside. And when do we go with white? When do we go with yellow? Well, the thing is, these impulses can obviously always extend, okay? As long as wave 3 isn't the shortest one, that's all fine. However, I would move over to the yellow count if we reach the 1.618 Fibonacci extension in this yellow wave 3 of this wave 1 here. So if we reach that level, which would be $24 basically, $24.07, if we reach that level, then I will move over to the yellow count. I will not be able to fully dismiss the white count, but that is the point where the yellow one will get more likely. And this count would then suggest that we can move on without very deep pullbacks. Yeah, but at the moment, in the very short term, both counts possible. In both counts, we can still suggest further upside, because even in the white count here, yeah, we could argue that, let's see, we could argue that this move up is still active. You can count the small 1-2 setup here, yeah, and then these are obviously sub counts here. But then you could say we had a 1-2 down here. This was possibly the top of a wave 3. Then we had here an A wave, an overshooting B wave, and now the C wave down of that fourth wave, and then we can still push higher. In fact, I will change it to that now because we have to expect further upside here. The way it's going at the moment, it's certainly moving in what you could consider a descending wedge, which should in all likelihood break to the upside. If it doesn't, if it goes down from here and breaks, if this wedge goes down, and we also would lose the 50% fib retracement, yeah, normally such a so-called bull flag, or you could also call it now a wave 4, would normally not break below the 50% retracement. Now I'm starting the measurement at the low because there are a lot of small setups, so it's not entirely clear where to start. You could start it here and say if we go below 1650, we probably not going to hold this pattern, but I would like to give it a bit more space. So we talk about $16.08. Yeah, as long as we're holding that, we can still focus on higher here in another fifth wave of the first wave. First target for that would be the beginning of the wedge. So basically here $20.34, but then obviously with the option to even break that and go higher. So that means we only have made 4 waves so far, ideally 1 more wave. Currently I have to expect upside from here because this move down looks corrective after a strong impulse to the upside. If you get a corrective pullback, it would suggest continuation. But again, I gave you the key level that we need to watch out for, which is that 1608 level, and the break out of the wedge to the upside would indicate continuation. We are certainly now in an area where, you know, if we draw the lower level count, you could say we had a small 1-2 setup here. This was a 3 A, B, C. We're now in the 4. That already reacted to the 38.2 fib level. So maybe the low was made, but we haven't really seen the breakout yet. So at the moment, not confirmed that we push higher from here, not yet. It could easily come down, test once more the 38.2 fib, or come down to the 1608 level. But as long as it's holding that, we can still focus on higher here in the short term. And if not, then we will be able to accumulate a bit more, probably in the wave 2 support area, which is currently located between $9.80 and $5.20 basically. Okay, and that's my update about Aptos. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.